Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Ultra number 75592. This is what's called a steel lid support, or a stay. We might call it a lid stay. And this is basically meant to give you a way by which you can have like a foot locker or a trunk. A couple of hinges on the back. On the back, you'll lift it towards you, and a lid support or stay basically controls that on either side. You don't want the lid to open and hyperextend back too far, and that's what the role of the lid support is. And that's what it looks like in its packaging, right there. They say it's steel. That magnet says it's steel. Obviously a brass finish. Let's cut this out of the packaging and let's take a little closer look at the item as well. Okay, so we have them removed from their packaging, and I don't recall saying it, but when you buy one, you're buying a pair. You're buying a left and a right set. And indeed, here they are. Okay. So would you want to have two on your lid? Yeah, possibly. It depends on the weight. I wouldn't say that these would be considered very robust. There's just a riveted pin that's here. And I wouldn't say that they're extremely, light duty either. But at the end of the day, you're going to want to be sure that you have, this material installed in such a way that's going to suit your requirements. Okay. The installation instructions really do the best job at helping understand what's actually happening, with something like this, where you're going to, come like this. If we're going to articulate that from its two mounting points, let's say that it's going to be something like this. This finger is the sidewall. These fingers are the lid. Okay. Until you're going to lock that in place. And you're going to have one for the left side and one for the right side. This is clearly going to be the right side, and this will be the left side. Okay. How do I know that? Well, because the sidewall that you're going to screw right in has this offset to account for the thickness of the head of the screw, and whether it be a lid support or a lid stay, or it be a roof hatch. When you face the item, the left is on the left and the right's on the right when the lid is open in front of you. Okay, so that's how, why is that important? Well, actually it's important because you can buy lid stays where they are sold as each, left or right. There are center style as well, lots of different lid stays. Give you some basic dimensional properties, and by the way, they don't weigh very much. About 0.26 pound per pair, along with their screws and a complementary finish. Obviously a brass sort of finish on this material. Overall length, just overall length of the material when it's folded together, just an overall length, is about 6 7/8. Sorry, when it's completely extended, what you would really expect to have here, when it's going to be in the open position, probably about 11 inch. Okay. Overall of this item, about 10 3/4. Width, about 7/16. The material thickness, probably about 60 thousandths, about 52 thousandths. 0.052 would be the material thickness, and again made of steel. So there is some extended description information down below. Let's switch over to the screen view and take a look at that. Here is indeed the item that we are looking at. Let's take a look at some images along with the installation instructions. That's what the box packaging looks like. And again, sold per pair. When you buy one, you're getting a left and a right. Locks in the open position. Your sidewall mounting. Underside of the lid mount. Your screws. your installation instructions. These are all linked to down below this video. Steel construction, right and left hand set for opening, pardon me, for holding open lids on chests, boxes, benches, etc. Locks in open position. So, what side are you viewing here? Well, hard to say. I mean, I would say you're viewing the left side would be what my right hand view, a right end view, looking at the left side, but it doesn't matter. It's going to look the same basically. This sort of view that you see here. Okay. Now back to the item that we are looking at. 1 pair per card. This cardboard packaging that it's on is called a card. 10-inch, brass finish, steel construction. Now, let's copy our part number. Let's go here to the manufacturer's page in our site, and then let's fire up the product catalog here. That's going to allow us to do a find function, Control F on our keyboard for 75592. You're going to find the lid supports furnished with screws. Uh, 60870, how is that different than what we are dealing with? The difference is going to be how it's packaged. And I actually have a video of the 60870, so let's take a look. Well, maybe it's not. Yeah, I could see on the back down here where it's 60870, the part number, but darn it, I don't know what the difference is. It's clearly how they're packaged from the factory, and that might just simply be important to you as a distributor to know how many you want packaged in an inner box. And frankly, now that I'm looking at what we've done here, the video that is being preserved here is indeed the 60870. So my opinion is they must have done away with the 75592 and now ship only the way it's packaged here. 5 in a box, because that's clearly what we have. So we got ourselves, or I got us down a little bit of confusion in that regard. Anyway, we'll move on. Another lid support, more of a slide sort of mechanism rather than a folding mechanism, like, is not going to lock in place for you like this style will. Other items that will be related to this are in this general area of the catalog. Other cabinet, closet hardware. This edge pole is shown upside down, by the way. Not that it matters, but it would normally be shown 180 degree the other way. Now that I'm an expert on detecting errors 5 minutes in. Closet door hardware is here, sliding, bifolding. Folding shelf brackets, we have been known to sell a bunch of these, that's for sure. The 11035, let's take a look at that. That is an interesting item because I do have a video here testing the weight rating of how much weight one of these will hold, and I built actually a structure onto which I placed 2 of these units, these 110, well actually 11040s, then I proceeded to load it with material. Those are cases of hinges and a door closer around there, and you can putting on that second case of hinges certainly caused that to move. I'm a fan of Ultra Hardware, and it's because they've got a good quality product line. That link to the manufacturer's page, obviously you can review all things Ultra Hardware related here, but also in our website by means of this horizontal navigation here, and a link to their website. Let's wrap up this video on camera. In conclusion, nice quality item from Ultra Hardware. Ultra does, I should say, they do a fairly good job. I must say that I enjoy the fact that they keep it relatively simple and straightforward. That's just generally how they run. You send them a PO, and they send you a tracking number within a reasonable amount of time. They do have a very high minimum, and they also only sell in multiples of certain quantities. So keep in mind that we very likely will have to bring that material in on a stock order, unless you needed 5. You know, this client needed 6, and they're only going to ship these in certain multiples. Plus, they have that high minimum, so this client would have needed, you know, 50 of these to get it shipped because of the minimum. But we bring that material in here on a weekly basis generally, and are able to fulfill those smaller orders, and that's how we did so for this client. If you have any questions on the 75592, which apparently is a 60870, or any other Ultra product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.